This is Princess Anne's private sitting room, a space she rarely opens. She's made an exception by sharing her schedule and speaking with us about topics she usually keeps quiet. She discussed losing both her parents in just 18 months, the upcoming coronation, and the future of the monarchy and Canada. This is our interview with Princess Anne. Prince William and Prince Harry have dealt with their share of royal conflicts, but they weren't prepared for what came next. Behind closed doors, Princess Anne shared something very personal. She revealed the king's final wish. Insiders say it stunned both brothers. It wasn't just a simple request. It could change the royal family's future forever. What exactly did the king ask for? And why did it shake William and Harry so much? Stay with us as we uncover the truth about Princess Anne's impactful revelation. King Charles's last wish has made headlines. If royal life teaches us anything, it's that trust is rare, and keeping a royal secret is a heavy burden. For Princess Anne, that burden became very real. As concerns about the king's health grow, he has opened up about his cancer diagnosis, treatment, and the lessons he's learned. Anne was chosen to deliver his final wish, one of the most personal tasks he could give her. But why was she picked? Charles and Anne's bond runs deep. They share a connection that's stronger than most siblings. Over the years, they've faced duty, family struggles, and public pressure side by side. They are not loud or flashy, but their loyalty speaks volumes. From childhood to now, Anne and Charles have handled royal life not just as colleagues, but as siblings who truly understand what it means to carry the weight of the crown. When it was time to share his last message, the king trusted the one person he knew he could count on, someone who wouldn't seek attention or crack under pressure, someone who would carry their words with true strength. But this wasn't just any message. It stunned both Prince William and Prince Harry completely. Stay with us because what Princess Anne revealed might change everything we thought about the royal family. In 2024, everyone learned that King Charles had cancer. The exact type wasn't made public. It shook the monarchy and surprised many. People hoped he would live as long as Queen Elizabeth II, who was 96, or Prince Philip, who was 99. But the diagnosis forced the family to face some tough truths. Unlike previous kings, Charles didn't have much time left. This made him reflect deeply. And it seems he made a final decision, one that impacts his sons, his legacy, and his wife, Camilla. Sources inside the palace say King Charles's last wish is focused on Camilla. He wants to ensure she stays safe and financially secure after he passes away. When Charles dies, the rules about Camilla's title are clear. Before this, many wondered if she would get a new one after the coronation. The Queen Consort title has been debated for years. Now Charles positions Camilla as untouchable. The surprising part is he's leaving the decision to Prince William. William will decide whether Harry stays part of the royal family or is cut off completely. William holds the power over Harry's future, but he must also ensure Camilla gets full respect and remains part of the royal circle. This shift isn't only strategic, it's deeply personal. Charles wants his eldest son to manage one of the family's most emotional issues. William will also carry the burden of what's to come for the throne. It's a fragile balance between power and responsibility. This move shows how fragile the royal family has become. The king's message is clear. Unity must stay, even if it means tough choices. Camilla's safety and respect are non-negotiable. But there's more. Charles left something bigger in the hands of his sister, Princess Anne. She revealed a secret during a special ceremony at Holyrood House in Edinburgh. She stepped in for her brother, and her act was more than just public. It was a quiet but strong message that there is more happening behind palace walls. Princess Anne has said that King Charles's main concern isn't himself. It's the future of the monarchy itself. His last wish, she said, is for everything to remain steady. Steady. That one word holds a lot of meaning in royal circles. King Charles has asked the royal family to support William as he moves forward. Many believe this request was mainly directed at Princess Anne, since she has always stood by the monarch. She's seen as the glue that holds things together. She doesn't chase headlines but earns respect behind the scenes. So, how does she do it? And what does this mean for Prince William? Let's find out. Princess Anne's role in the royal family. For more than 50 years, Anne has kept a pace few royals could match. Since the early 1970s, she has been one of the hardest working members of the family, often taking part in over 500 public events each year. The Princess Royal, as she's called, turned 60 this weekend. To mark the milestone, she and her two children spoke with the BBC's Inside Sport program. She talked about her love of sports and her family. Anne's work ethic stands out in a family often judged for its privileges. She supported Queen Elizabeth II and helped her stay connected to people across the UK and the Commonwealth. Her dedication began at a young age. In 1970, at just 19, Anne joined the Queen and Prince Philip on a tour of Australia and New Zealand. That trip marked her official start as a working royal. She was not just the princess on that journey. She acted as a real royal, doing official work. This experience shaped her path in the royal family early on. The same year, Anne became involved with Save the Children UK. She was named president in 1970 and held that role until 2017. For nearly 50 years, she's helped run many charity projects. Her work gave the monarchy a stronger voice in helping others. Queen Elizabeth saw this charity work as more than kind acts. It was also a way to show diplomacy. Helping others gave the royal family a kinder image. Anne's steady involvement helped the monarchy gain respect in many countries. While her brothers made headlines for different reasons, Anne focused on her duties. She went where she was needed. She represented the Queen without fuss. She stayed clear of trouble that could harm the royal family's reputation. This pattern lasted for decades. She stayed committed, worked hard, and kept her focus on her role in the royal family. When the Queen died in September 2022, she showed her loyalty to King Charles III without hesitation. After her mother's passing, Anne took on new roles that proved how important she still was. On May 6, 2023, she served as Goldstick in waiting at Charles's coronation. During the ceremony, Charles was crowned with the Saint, Edward's crown, a piece made in 1661 for Charles II. This role, dating back to the 1400s, made her one of the king's personal guards during big events. Riding horseback in front of 6,000 armed soldiers, her presence said she was fully part of the new reign and still tied to royal tradition. But her role didn't stop there. What followed revealed her true importance in the new era. A year before her official appointment, in November 2022, Parliament changed the rules to name Anne a Counselor of State. That job used to go mainly to the monarch's spouse and the next 4 adult heirs. Her many years of service earned her this new title. As a counselor, she can sign papers and join meetings when the king is away. With some royals stepping back or dealing with health issues, Anne helped keep royal duties on track. By early 2024, her workload had grown. From January to April, she carried out 172 public duties. That was over 31% of all royal family events in that time. While King Charles cut back on appearances due to cancer treatment and Princess Catherine took a break, Anne stepped up. She filled in at events and visits, especially in places that hadn't seen much royal attention recently. Her efforts weren't limited to the UK. In February 2024, Anne spent 3 days in Sri Lanka, celebrating its 75 years of independence. The trip showed Britain still valued its former colonies and wanted to keep strong ties. While the king stayed home, Anne met political leaders and attended national events. Her presence sent a message that the UK still cares about the Commonwealth. Her focus on remembrance stayed strong as well. In May 2024, Anne visited Guernsey and Sark Sea for the 80th anniversary of their liberation from German rule in World War II. Princess Anne's presence demonstrated the continued significance of the monarchy in preserving historical traditions. Her unwavering support for the military was evident in her honorary roles, such as Colonel of the Blues and Royals, and Colonel and Chief of several Commonwealth regiments. These positions were not merely ceremonial, as Princess Anne actively engaged with military personnel through visits to bases, participation in regimental ceremonies, and meetings with soldiers and veterans. Her dedicated work served to reinforce the connection between the royal family and the armed forces, contributing to the maintenance of trust in the monarchy. In addition to her military involvement, Princess Anne focused on advocating for underrepresented groups, exemplified by her establishment of the Princess Royal Trust for Carers in 1991. This initiative provided valuable support to unpaid caregivers in the UK, raising awareness and garnering public backing for their cause. Even after the transformation of the group into Carers Trust in 2012, Princess Anne remained actively engaged, ensuring that the issue continued to receive attention. Princess Anne's participation in the 1976 Olympic Games as the first British royal to compete in the equestrian event in Montreal added another dimension to her public image. Her genuine commitment to the sport, demonstrated through rigorous training and actual participation, set a precedent for her daughter Zara, who continued the family's involvement in Olympic sports. Furthermore, Princess Anne voiced her support for maintaining a smaller royal family, emphasizing the importance of not reducing the number of working royals to ensure the fulfillment of public duties across the country. While acknowledging the necessity of streamlining the monarchy, she underscored the significance of having a sufficient number of individuals to carry out essential responsibilities and maintain a visible presence. The dynamic of the royal family underwent significant changes, particularly following the departure of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in 2020, as confirmed by Buckingham Palace's announcement that they would not return as working members of the royal family. As the influence of the Queen extended to younger royals during her final years, Princess Anne assumed a mentorship role within the family, notably guiding Prince William in understanding the intricacies of royal life and cultivating public trust. Princess Anne's consistently serious, private, and industrious demeanor resonated with a public that had grown weary of royal controversies and sensationalism, earning her enduring respect and trust. Amidst the ongoing evolution of the monarchy under King Charles's reign, Princess Anne's steadfast dedication to her duties and her commitment to public service set a compelling example for the royal family's future endeavors. Anne has remained steadfast throughout the challenges she has faced, providing unwavering support to her mother and now to her brother. There is a lingering curiosity among many about whether Prince William is truly prepared to ascend to the throne despite the support he has. The journey of Prince William toward becoming king began with his birth on June 21, 1982, at St. Mary's Hospital in London as the first child of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. From his earliest days, William was thrust into the public eye, appearing in official portraits and accompanying his parents to state functions. Following the tragic death of Princess Diana in 1997, William, accompanied by Prince Harry and other family members, displayed emotional depth and resilience during her funeral. After the loss of his mother, William continued his education at Eton College, where he pursued a diverse range of subjects and excelled in sports. His university years at the University of St. Andrews provided him with a relatively normal student life and introduced him to his future wife, Catherine Middleton. In 2006, Prince William joined the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, training as a helicopter pilot in the RAF's Search and Rescue Force, and later served at TRF Valley in Anglesey, Wales, flying on numerous missions. Unlike his brother, Prince Harry, who reduced his involvement in royal duties in 2020, Prince William has embraced an expanding role within the monarchy, symbolized by his marriage to Catherine at Westminster Abbey in 2011. Harry pursued independence, while William embraced tradition and gradually took on more responsibilities, presenting a consistent and stabilizing image. The couple maintained a relatable public persona, sharing updates about the births of Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, while keeping their home life private. Kate's background as a commoner from Berkshire brought relatability and renewed affection to the royal brand. Following Queen Elizabeth II's passing in 2022, Kate became the Princess of Wales and has since joined William in advocating for causes such as early childhood development and mental health. Her grounded demeanor has enhanced William's image as a reliable and modern royal, and together they embody unity, compassion, and thoughtful leadership. In 2016, William, Kate, and Harry launched Heads Together, an initiative focused on destigmatizing mental illness. William openly discussed the emotional impact of his mother's death and the stresses of his work as a pilot, signaling a generational shift toward vulnerability and openness in the royal family. William's focus on long-term global issues became evident with the 2020 launch of the Earthshot Prize, an ambitious environmental initiative that awards £1 million annually to 5 projects addressing climate change. The Earthshot Prize reflects William's ambition to have a real-world impact and his evolution into a leader beyond a ceremonial figure. Public opinion reflects growing admiration for William, with a 2023 YouGov poll showing that 74% of Britons held a favorable view of him, ranking him more popular than even King Charles. His composed reaction to crises and the 2021 Oprah interview reinforced his image as calm and statesmanlike, as seen in his tactful and dignified response to sensitive issues. With King Charles's health-raising concerns in early 2023, William's public duties increased as he represented the monarchy at official events, distributed honors, and stood in for his father during medical treatments. Prince William's journey into leadership hasn't been rushed. It's been thoughtful, grounded, and deeply human. With every step, he's shown that he's not only prepared for what lies ahead, but also guided by a sense of purpose that runs deeper than duty. Much of William's public life still reflects the influence of his mother, Princess Diana. Her compassion lives on through him. As patron of Centerpoint, the homelessness charity she supported, William has taken real steps to walk in her shoes, literally. In 2009, he spent a night sleeping on the streets of London, trying to understand what life is like for those without shelter. In the years since, he's continued that mission, joining big-issue vendors to help share their stories with the world. In 2023, William launched Homewards, a bold 5-year initiative with one goal: to end homelessness in the UK by addressing its roots. From South Wales to Belfast, this project isn't just policy, it's personal. It all began when he was just 11 years old, visiting a shelter with Diana. That moment clearly never left him. Now, through partnerships, data-driven planning, and heartfelt connection, William is working to create not just change, but real, lasting transformation. The ITV documentary, Prince William, We Can End Homelessness, captures the emotional first year of this journey, offering a rare glimpse behind the scenes. Even as their public roles grow, William and Princess Kate continue to protect the quiet moments that matter. This year, for their wedding anniversary, they escaped to the Isle of Mull in Scotland, staying in a modest, self-catering cottage instead of royal lodgings. It wasn't just a romantic getaway, it was also an official visit. Together, they explored the village of Tobermory, met with local communities, and visited a sustainable craft farm, shining a light on rural resilience and the importance of caring for the land. Locals noticed their humility. By choosing simple accommodations and taking time to connect with people, William and Kate reminded everyone why they're admired, not just as royals, but as individuals who genuinely care. The trip held even more meaning this year. It was Kate's first anniversary since bravely sharing her cancer diagnosis and remission. Her strength continues to touch hearts across the world, and through it all, William has pressed forward, with compassion as his compass. Behind the scenes, quiet preparations for their eventual roles as king and queen are already unfolding. Palace staff are reportedly updating their professional profiles, a subtle sign that change is on the horizon, just as it was when Queen Elizabeth passed. But for now, the story of William and Kate is one of resilience, empathy, and hope. Not just about the monarchy's future, but about what thoughtful human leadership can truly look like. With King Charles facing health issues and Queen Camilla also unwell, Prince William has taken on more royal duties, fueling speculation that he could assume the crown while his father is still alive. Though no abdication has been confirmed, William and Kate's growing leadership role signals a shift in the monarchy. Meanwhile, tensions between William and Prince Harry continue to deepen. Despite Harry's reported interest in reconciling, William appears focused on leadership rather than mending their fractured bond. Their differences were especially visible at the 2025 BAFTAs, and some insiders believe Harry may even be excluded from William's future coronation. Still, there are whispers that William could offer Harry a limited royal role, perhaps tied to global or charitable work. However, Harry's recent remarks and actions, including a controversial comment about the king's health, suggest he may be distancing himself from royal life entirely. Princess Anne may be the one hope for reconciliation. Trusted by King Charles, she could play a key role in healing the family rift. But ultimately, it's up to William and Harry to decide whether to honor their mother Diana's dream of unity or go their separate ways for good.